I gotta say, Toto really started to releasing some really strong characters. What's up, my dear friends? Today we're gonna talk about Roy, the smooth mechanic. He is the husbando everyone has been waiting for, a retail range unit. Rejoice, husbando lovers. I know you all have been waiting for this for a long time. Unfortunately, he is a 5-star, but don't be sad because he is a 5-star, because he is actually really good. And you know, since he's a 5-star, it is somewhat easier to get him. Not really, because there is only a 25% chance to get a 5-star on a banner. However, yeah, Roy is actually, I think, will be one of the staple in Thunder team because of how flexible he is. And again, like Ezra, he is incredibly stacked. He does a lot of things and he does it pretty well as well. So firstly, we're gonna look at his class. So he is a Thunder support. Pretty weird category to be honest. I see him more like a converters. That's like his main kit. The support part is more like the healing, which is not massive, but I'll talk about that later. So his stat is 2700. This is a very converter stat, so maybe more keen toward converters. So his attack is pretty low, but it's not too big of a deal because his healing does scale with his maximum health, so the attack doesn't matter that much. I mean, yeah, you do a little bit less damage, but I don't really see him fulfilling that role too much. And as for the defense and health, not the highest, but yeah, I guess they want to keep him pretty balanced, so on the average side. And let's look at his ability, the Lightning Resupply. Use 2 supply points to choose 1 traversable tile from 3 surrounding cluster, so there is a range. Although 3 surrounding cluster is pretty big, not the most flexible, but do know that you have a big range to choose, and you can convert that tile into a yellow tile. So you can choose anywhere within your 3 surrounding cluster and convert that tile to yellow. And then you will summon a mechanical bee. What is that? I think it's just a passable object that just stays there. It doesn't move. That's pretty much it. I think at least. I still need to test. Maybe they do move around. I don't know. Or you can use 1 supply point to convert any 1 tile on the battlefield with a mechanical bee and turn that into a yellow tile. So the tile a mechanical bee is standing on, you can convert that to a yellow tile using less supply points. And how do you get the supply point, you might ask? Well, you get it at the beginning of the battle. So once you start the battle, you get 1 point and 1 point per round. So he kind of does have a preemptive strike because you do get 2 points right away at the round start. If a mechanical bee disappears from a yellow tile, gain another point. Nice refund mechanic. I think how mechanical bee will disappear is when an enemy step on it, probably will disappear. So you want to make sure the enemy step on it is a yellow tile if you are lucky, I guess. Or if you didn't use it yet. Nice refund mechanic. It's just like you have less cooldown when you do get the refund, which is pretty nice. And up to 4 mechanical bee can exist on the battlefield at the same time. Mechanical bee disappear when they are touched by an enemy. So this ability, probably people will compare this with Nadine or Unimed. I think it's more similar to Unimed than Nadine because Nadine does heal you and Nadine does use the lantern to blind enemy. And there's no way to destroy the lantern as well. And not only that, Nadine is a dedicated healer and Roy is not. Roy is more like a converter and a little bit of healing hybrid, right? So what is this ability is good at? So at worst, you can get 1 tile every 2 turns. So it's a 1 cooldown, a select yellow tile with a 3 cluster range. So pretty similar to Unimed. Unimed can do that, and she is a 3-star, and she does see some use not on the most difficult stages, but on a budget, the converters. And Roy is kind of like an upgrade version of Unimed at worst, okay? And if you can use him correctly, you can actually get 1 yellow tile every turn because you only need 1 supply point to convert a tile to yellow. However, because it's the tile the mechanical bee is standing on, you'll probably not always will be able to use that yellow tile. It's less flexibility, right? right? But it is pretty insane to think about because the cooldown is insanely low, right? You can use it every turn, and not only that, because you can save up to 7 points, you can potentially just use it on a single turn altogether, right? Whenever you want to. And because of his low cooldown, he fits pretty much right into the Tessa team. A really great support for Tessa, and since he has insane low cooldown and also does a pretty good amount of healing actually, which I will talk about in his equipment, this active skill is actually kinda nuts. But of course, the mechanical bead can be destroyed when enemies stepping on it, and judging from my experience using stuff like battle, those things do get destroyed quite often, so it will be kind of tough to maintain them, up to 4 at least. But since we speak about the equipment, let me talk about the equipment honey healers. If a mechanical bead is within the area effect of Roy chain combo, recover 40% of Roy max health. Each mechanical bead within range increase the healing factor or recovery factor by 10%. So you need to have a bead within the chain combo range in order for you to heal. It's not like Novio where he does the chain combo and heal no matter what. So it is pretty tricky to use. You might see this 40% pretty low, but it is scaling with the maximum health, and maximum health has way higher stats than the attack, which is most other healers are basing on. Let's look at Nadine, for example. Nadine has 2,976 attack. And her chain combo, let's say the maximum one, the 10 chain, which is the highest chain for Nadine, is multiplied by 225% of her attack. And that total is 6,696 health restored. Now let's look at Roy. So Roy has 9,417 health. Now at worst, if you have 1 bees on, you are already getting 3,766 health restored, which is not too bad compared to Nadine's highest chain. Now if you have more bees, for example, maybe you have maximum amount of bees. I'm not too sure if it's 80% or 70%. Let me just assume it's 80%. So again, 9,417 multiplied by 0.8, and that is 7,533. So Roy can potentially heal more than Nadine if you have 4 bees on, and I think even you have 3 bees on, it's already higher. But it is not the easiest to do because, well, you need the bee to be close to you, and you also need to have the bees to survive. So yeah, definitely don't look down on the healing of Roy. It's actually pretty damn high. And let's look at his chain combo because, well, the healing is based on the chain combo range, right? So at 4 chain, you get 2 surrounding clusters, so starting out pretty good already. And it deals damage to 3 different enemies, 160% damage. Definitely not too amazing or anything, but damage is damage. I'll take it. And at 8 chain, you get 3 surrounding cluster, and 12 chain, again, also 3 surrounding cluster, but you do damage to all enemies instead. The range, the bigger range definitely does help to cover up the mechanical bees, so you get some healing here and there. Roy is a very strong character if you can use him right. Plan out where you should place your bee so it doesn't die. It's definitely a very harder to use character, but combine that with the very cheap conversion, and you can also select it. Also, high amount of healing. I think Roy is very strong and might be one of the staple in Thunder team right now. And for people who are looking to replace Nadine, you actually could. Roy is a pretty strong candidate for it, especially in Tessa team. If you need some healing in Tessa team, and since Nadine has 2 turn cooldown, not the best unit to put in Tessa team, Roy is just a perfect fit. And to be honest, I'm not even sure what the breakthrough was supposed to be, because what you're seeing now is the maximum breakthrough. But maybe the gain 1 point at the beginning of the battle is one of the breakthroughs, so you don't get the preemptive strike right away. I'm not too sure, but overall, Roy is definitely what I would summon, at least. It's a very, very strong 5-star unit, and I've been missing some unit in Tessa team as well. I'm gonna give Roy a preemptive score of 8 out of 10, actually. Pretty good. Azure and Roy are insanely strong, and I think if you are itchy for some summoning, this is a banner to go for. So, are you going to summon for the smooth mechanic Roy? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.